Welcome back to Ryan Jacobson Weather. I appreciate all you guys stopping by. Let's get right into the forecast for today, as it looks like we have a very active next few days of weather ahead of us. Currently, though, as you see across the U.S. right now, not much in the way of active weather across the central U.S. and the eastern U.S. However, this is going to change, and we can already see this change coming. If you look out west, you can see there's an atmospheric river impacting portions of the west coast, and this is going to eventually move across the Rockies and turn into a major storm going into this weekend. So I'll go right into the forecast with you guys, talking about the weather for this upcoming week. So this is the current conditions right now, and as you can see, like I said, pretty quiet across most of the U.S. As I push this forward, though, you can see here's that atmospheric river impacting portions of the west, bringing heavy snow to the mountaintops, including areas in the Sierra Nevada and the Rockies, and heavy rain across the coast of California, Washington, and even Oregon as well. I'll push this forward for you guys. This is going into tomorrow afternoon, and you can see these snow showers and rain showers continue to expand. And most of the west looks to be picking up on snow at the higher elevations. Even the Rockies and all the mountaintops out west could be picking up with snow from this storm system. And as you can see, this is where things get really interesting here. A 974 millibar low pressure system. This is early Friday afternoon here. And this is where I feel like our severe weather risk is really going to start to take off here. As you can see, look at this. This is going to Friday late afternoon. And then look at this. This is Friday evening here. And it looks like there's going to be a thunderstorm explosion, you could say, across portions of the Midwest and central U.S. And this looks to be a Boeing line of thunderstorms, which has a very good potential of bringing damaging winds to a wide area, and could be potentially 70, 80 mile per hour damaging winds along this front of thunderstorms. The tornado risk doesn't look to be too high on Friday, but going into Saturday, I really think that tornado risk is going to increase. This line of storms and this Boeing echo of thunderstorms continues northward. It looks like it will fall apart going into early Saturday morning here. But look at this. You focus your attention deep in the deep south. And this is going into Saturday afternoon. And more storms pop off here. And a lot of these could have the potential to be discrete. And there's actually more instability and more, you could say, tornado juice in place here going into Saturday morning. So this could really increase the risk for tornadoes. I'll play this forward for you guys. This is going into Saturday afternoon. And again, it's very undecided what this is going to look like, how many storms are going to fire up, how many, of these storms are going to be discrete. Is it going to turn into a line of storms? It's undecided, but that tornado potential is definitely there on Saturday. This is going into Sunday, early Sunday morning here, and you can see these storms continue eastward. There could be some more storms that develop here, kind of along this cold front, warm front boundary here, and this will continue all the way down basically the eastern seaboard and the east coast. Again, there is the potential for some severe weather here on Sunday, but I'm not expecting much in the way of severe weather. Maybe a few scattered damaging wind gusts, and maybe an isolated tornado or two is possible, but nothing like what we're expecting Friday evening going into Saturday afternoon. After this, you can see the storms make it off the coast eventually going into Monday afternoon. So it's going to be a couple of days of just very active weather across the U.S. And then after this, it's very unknown what's going to happen after this. We just got to first, get through this storm before we start looking at the forecast for next week. So this is the Storm Prediction Center Day 1 outlook. This is actually for today. And there is a slight risk for some severe weather today. There's going to be a few storms that fire up here across Texas and Oklahoma this afternoon and evening. These storms are going to be pretty short-lived, and this severe weather threat's only going to last a couple of hours. I'm not expecting much in the way of severe weather for today, but there's a shot for a spin-up tornado and maybe some large hail as well, but nothing like what we're going to be expecting later this week. This is going into tomorrow. This is the outlook for tomorrow. That threat continues east. There's a marginal risk, but not much again. And then this is where things get interesting here. This is going into Friday, and there's that large enhanced risk of severe weather. You don't usually see severe weather outlooks this large scale-wise, as we have a slight risk all the way from Minnesota down to Louisiana, and that enhanced risk includes portions of 8 states, which is pretty crazy to see. And you can see this is already a hatched risk for severe weather, a 30% chance, just highlighting the potential for severe winds, damaging wind gusts, and maybe even some large hail, and an isolated tornado or two cannot be ruled out. And this is going now into Saturday here. And you can see we already have that 30% enhanced risk for Saturday. We've already had that for a couple of days now. And like I said, I think the deep south here across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and the far western corner of North Carolina, I think this has the greatest potential for a tornado outbreak. Unfortunately, going into Saturday, it just looks like all the ingredients are going to be, lining up really well, and I think that potential is there if we see enough discrete thunderstorms with that. But like I said, it's still uncertain at this time. This is going into Sunday. There's your slight risk of severe weather across the eastern seaboard. Again, there's a potential for severe weather on Sunday, but I'm not expecting it to be as much as Friday and Saturday. So this is your Cape map. This is convective available potential energy, which you can basically just kind of identify as thunderstorm juice in a way. The more energy, the more the thunderstorms are going to have, ingredients to work with and get stronger and produce more of a severe weather risk. This is going to this afternoon here, and you can see there is some Cape this afternoon, but nothing like what we're going to be seeing later this week. I'm not expecting much in the severe weather today. And then this is going here into Friday, and look at this. This is going into Saturday morning. Look at all this Cape here across Louisiana and Mississippi. This looks pretty concerning, and this has been uptrending as well. This is the European model, and it continues to show more and more energy basically with every model run. This is going to Saturday here afternoon. This is going into Sunday here and Sunday afternoon. You can still see there is that convective available potential energy across the eastern seaboard, but nothing as the 2 days prior, and this moves off on Monday. Here's your total precipitation expected over the next couple of days. There's the system entering the west, bringing heavy precipitation across portions of California into Arizona and eastward. And this will continue here going into this is going into Sunday morning here. There's that thunderstorm explosion across the deep south on Saturday, bringing some heavy rain with it. Could be isolated spots, seeing 2, 3, maybe even an isolated spot with 4 inches of rain across the deep south on Saturday. And this is all your rainfall expected through Tuesday. So most of the U.S. is going to be picking up on precipitation this upcoming 5 days or so. Quick look at your snowfall expected from the system. You can see the Sierra Nevada could be picking up a couple feet of snow here, as that looks to be the hot spot for the snowfall from the system. But then look at this. This is going to Saturday into Sunday here, and that's your potential for blizzard conditions. Now, I don't think that chance is as likely as it looked to be earlier in the week, but I still think we're going to see blizzard conditions in portions of eastern North Dakota and South Dakota and most of the state of Minnesota. And I think up to a foot of snow could be possible maybe in central Minnesota from the storm. We'll update you on the snowfall totals as we get closer to the event. So I just thank you guys all for stopping by. I hope you guys just have a great rest of your day. Continue to just keep checking back for daily updates, as I will bring you the newest information with the storm and this large storm that we're going to be seeing in the U.S. this upcoming week, as it looks like there's a very active next few days of weather ahead. So again, I thank you for stopping by. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.